Step 1. Sketching and composition before we pick up a brush. Let's just look at the scene for a moment. See how that road slopes downhill and draws your eye all the way to the harbor? That's called a leading line, and it's doing all the compositional heavy lifting for us. When you sketch this out, keep your pencil marks really light. Watercolor is transparent, so anything too dark will show through your paint later. Just map out the big shapes, the road, the rough roof lines on each side, and that band of blue water in the distance. Don't worry about the trees or details yet. We'll find those with paint. And notice how the Opera House and Harbour Bridge are quite small on the horizon? That's a deliberate choice. They tell us exactly where we are without overwhelming the scene. Step 2. First washes. Sky and water. This is the step where a lot of people take a deep breath, and that's totally normal. We're working wet and wet, which means we wet the paper first and then drop color in. Use a large, soft brush and sweep clean water across the sky area. While it's still shiny and wet, bring in a cerulean blue and watch it bloom. You don't need to control it. That's the whole point. Now, for those soft purple edges where the jacaranda trees meet the sky, lift to pick up a little dioxazine purple mixed with ultramarine and just touch it in. It'll bleed softly and look incredible. For the harbor, a mix of phthalo blue and a hint of sap green, applied while things are still slightly damp. If you're a beginner, don't panic if it spreads. That's watercolor being watercolor. And it's beautiful. Step 3. Building the midground in trees once your first wash is completely dry. And please do wait. Rushing, this is the #1 mistake in watercolor. We start layering. Watercolor works by building up transparent layers from light to dark, so we always start pale and work our way deeper. For the trees, begin with a light yellow-green in the sunny patches, and come back with richer, darker greens for the shaded areas. The jacaranda blooms are a mix of purple and a touch of rose. Dab them on loosely, almost playfully. You can even try scrunching up a bit of cling wrap and pressing it into wet paint for a gorgeous leafy texture. For the houses, lay in simple flat washes, and this is key. Leave the brightest spots as untouched white paper. In watercolor, white paper is your lightest light. Step 4. Detail, line work, and the street. Here's where the painting really starts to come alive. And also where it's easiest to overdo things. So let's stay intentional. The road is mostly soft grays with a hint of purple in the shadows. Use loose, directional brushstrokes that follow the slope downhill. For the architecture and fence lines, switch to a finer brush and make confident, quick marks. If you're hesitant, practice the stroke in the air first, then commit. The cyclist in the foreground is just a handful of strokes, teal for the jersey, orange for the shorts, but they give the whole painting a sense of life and scale. Beginners resist the urge to add too much. More experienced painters, this is your moment to add those sharp little accents that give the painting its edge. Step 5. Final touches and pulling it together. We're at the finish line. And the most important thing you can do right now is step back. Seriously, walk away from your painting for a minute and look at it with fresh eyes. Does your eye travel down the street to the harbor? If something feels too light, a darker glaze can deepen it. If an area feels busy, leave it alone. Our instinct to keep adding is usually wrong at this stage. A few strong darks under the eaves or beneath the parked cars will make your lights glow by contrast. And for that final bit of magic, load an old toothbrush with watered-down white gouache and flick it across the foreground for a spontaneous spatter effect. It adds energy and that loose, free feeling that makes watercolor so special.